Hello.
Fuck yeah.
Welcome back to How Not to Be an Arsehole, episode 26 of the fourth season?
Third. I don't know.
Third
I don't
season.
know. What are you asking me for? I don't keep track of this bullshit.
And it's the finale. It's all over.
It's the last one. Dan got fucking his hands stuck in the meat grinder and he can't operate the thing anymore.
Yeah, you should see him trying to do it with the stumps.
His hands are a fucking mess. That's what happens when you eat meat, Dan. You're constantly at risk.
So the podcast is over, but we're going to keep the Patreon and we're going to use it to build Dan some new hands.
We're going to use the money to get Dan back on the meth.
Yeah.
That's what he needs now, more than ever.
Turning over a new leaf.
Probably the best way to strengthen your hands.
Meth?
Yeah.
I imagine.
Oh, man. I can't believe that you bought that meat grinder and this is what happened. He only had it for a week. And already he's lost his fucking hand. He's still got the meat grinder too, so God knows what else is next.
Shit ton of mints
lose a fucking foot trying to kick some meat through it.
We told him not to get the fucking meat grinder too. We're like,
who needs a professional meat grinder?
This is a ridiculous purchase.
Dan really loves mincemeat.
Save hundreds on mints.
We should.
You can put anything through that machine too: seagulls, pigeons, stray dogs.
Before we travel too far down the meat grinder,
if it's made out of fucking meat, you can fucking do it to mince.
Hey, before we travel too far down the meat grinder, we should let the listeners know that the podcast isn't over.
It fucking should be.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, perhaps.
Sorry, that was the morphine talking.
I'm still picturing like luring seagulls into a meat grinder.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Dom's actually in tears.
Oh my god.
But perhaps we'll get to the future.
All right, let's get to the point. If anyone's still listening,
we'll get to the future of the podcast at the end of the episode, eh?
No, because then people will be like, we can tell them now.
No, that's how we make them listen to all the other bullshit.
No, you got to tell them now. Otherwise, they're going to be confused. They're going to say the podcast is over, and then when there's another podcast, they're not going to know what's happening.
Okay, so I figure we just like QAnon, we give them some breadcrumbs, but we don't give them all the details.
All right.
So the podcast is continuing.
I just lied to you.
We're bringing on some extra hosts. We won't tell you who they are yet. You might be familiar with them. And yeah, that could mean all sorts of exciting things. It means you'll get like more than just us every week.
Yeah.
Access to more guests, some new voices. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Though.
We've actually set up webcams in every room in Dan's house too, so that if you join the Patreon, you can have full access to Dan's life.
It was like, what was that thing years ago where people went and lived in the house and it was all webcammed up? Do you remember that?
I do remember. And someone climbed
My
up.
friend was on that shit. Q Flatmates.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they have a good time?
She did. She met her husband on there.
Oh, good stuff.
Really?
Via the chat rooms.
Did they have like some New Zealand celebs go in?
Don't think so.
Oh.
Everyone's a celebrity in New Zealand.
Speaking of reality shows, do you remember the New Zealand one where it was like a hoax, but one guy thought it was real?
No. Rings a bell.
It was so good because it was just all these actors and then one guy who thought it was a real reality show where they all live in this house together. And when they did the like kicking someone out ceremony, the host would throw a plate into the fireplace and he'd say, "You're dead to us." Like instead of the tribe spoken, and there's just a super nice, naive guy just going all the way through the show with just all this ridiculous shit happening.
I think I remember it vaguely.
It's actually pretty good. Speaking of ridiculous shows, should we bring the music in here and get it fucking started?
Come on, Dan. Welcome back. A little bit older, a little bit uglier.
We couldn't get another producer, so Dan's back as well.
Look at this, Dan.
We can divulge all this now.
This is what Todd's been itching to get into.
I don't necessarily like him, but I respected him.
Well, everyone needs jewelry.
He's a maniac.
Further to him crippled.
This is an audio podcast, Dom.
Sure. What do you think, Dan?
Welcome back.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hope you enjoyed the theme. That's probably changing up now.
Do you use condoms, Dan? No, you do. I know that you do because you buy them from the dairy. So you buy your condoms from the dairy.
Oh, I'm stockpiling those ones.
Yeah.
His condom purchases got him into a wee bit of trouble once, so we do.
That's right.
I'm really in trouble.
Oh,
A bit of drama.
yeah, a little.
Bit of awkwardness.
Yeah, damn. I'd be fucking pissed at my dairy owner. They pulled some shit like that on me.
Yeah.
He's usually such a good dude.
Yeah, I'd march in there. I'd be like, look, mate, I'm going elsewhere for the
I don't know if dairies are the places to buy condoms, are they?
They're across the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Who am I to judge?
You know, Dan just has so much unexpected sex. It's lucky this is a surprise sex. It's lucky he lives across the road from the dairy. So
Sure, you'd be fucked out these ways, Dan.
I couldn't have foreseen this encounter. Really
All right. What the fuck are
sprung
we
up
talking
on me.
about? You got some talking points, Todd?
Yeah, fuck. Should we talk about my fucking interaction with the stuff circuit people? It's a nice depressing.
What's that
note
noise?
to start things off.
What are you doing?
Was that me rubbing my laptop?
Yeah.
I was wiping some dust off it. Sorry.
That's right.
I just want to get like everything spick and span, really smash out this last episode.
Yeah,
you know?
no, fair enough.
Yeah. People who didn't see on social media today, or people who saw the documentary Stuff Circuit did on Billy TK, they used an audio clip of the episode where we had Mother TK. If you heard that episode, you probably got the sense that was like pretty difficult for us to handle. We're not professional journalists, and it was just such a fucking delicate situation and pretty like, I don't know, we're scared, right? It was scary to do. Like the week after we released that, producer from Stuff Circuit, Louisa Cleve, got in touch, and she asked if we could put her in touch with Mara, and then failing that, if they could use audio from the podcast. I didn't choose my words carefully, and I kind of, like, if you read what I wrote, you could legally, I guess, because I'm sure they have lawyers go over all this shit, you could legally interpret that I gave permission, but it's very clear that what I'm saying is cool with me, but I need the okay from Mara first. Mara contacted them and very, very, like, absolutely said he did not want to be involved. And then that doco came out yesterday and it had the audio in there, so...
Motherfuckers.
Felt pretty shit, yeah. And then approaching them about it was just... the response was fucking so arrogant, so patronizing, and just... like an egregiously generous interpretation of what had occurred on their part in order to fucking serve the objective they had.
Yeah, but that's why I don't do journalism, though, because you just basically have to be a scumbag to do, you know what I mean? Like, you have to pry into people's fucking lives and fucking take things out of context, and you know, like, even the small amount of fucking writing I've done for, like, publications, you know, they're always like, oh, but can't you sex this bit up, or can't you say this or do that? And it's like, nah, because, you know, that's invasive and I'm not a prick.
Yeah. How's the part in her response where she was like, I hope Mara can watch the doco and appreciate, like, the good job we've done or whatever? And it's like, nah, he's not going to fucking watch this thing that you put him in against his wishes. Holy fuck. And, like, I can't speak on the reasons he gave them for not wanting to be part of it, but they were really, really, like, firm and adamant and quite like it wasn't like, oh, I can't be fucked or nah. It wasn't about it being his brother and stuff. It was way more deep than that. So they just fucking I don't know. But it was pretty nice. Like a few people I know involved in journalism in Aotearoa got in touch today and were like pretty supportive and also were
So should I not just say that all journalists are pricks then?
Yeah, well, I guess there's people in there. Yeah. I was thinking about it, like I wonder, because it's obviously a pitfall of that industry, right? Where you just become dogged and you just work towards your objectives and like leave whatever in your wake. And so the people who reached out today were young people. One was someone who got out of journalism and they kind of talked about that and that being part of the reason. And then the other person who messaged and was really supportive was like, they were in there to kind of combat that.
It probably depend who you're working for as well.
Yeah, sure.
Because, stuff is kind of being close to the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Fucking assholes.
Fuck those motherfuckers.
Oh, and then, so I added out on Twitter today, and then her response to that was kind of like, hey, but look, we promoted your podcast. It's like, don't fucking care. Like, I know that
stuff.
Yeah. Like, I know that's how you guys operate. You're fucking, the lifeblood of your industry now is fucking clicks. But like, obviously we want to grow our podcast, but fuck, our guests are more important than fucking clicks.
Well, if we just wanted to get plays and clicks and shit, there's easy ways to do that. There's easy guests to get that would do that. There's ways, you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously that's not what we're doing. And we like our 15 listeners. We don't need any more, so fuck them. Any fucking stuff readers coming over here.
15 best listeners in the entire country.
You couldn't ask for a better group of 15 people.
No.
Well, there's a couple actually I might, a bit suspect of. But the core 13, a solid group of people. Salt of the earth.
I mean, you can't really. Those are good averages when you look at the human population as a whole.
We could have like a social rugby team.
Yeah, we could play Max's team.
Yeah, I think we'd get thrashed. No offense to the listeners.
I would say so as well.
If there's any rugby playing listeners, you should write in.
Do you reckon we have a rugby?
There must be at least one.
Yeah, surely it's New Zealand after all, isn't it? I discovered that I truly, truly hate myself over the last few weeks. And I discovered this by just watching every single political debate that was taking place. It's worse than the time
Why do you do this to yourself?
It's worse than the time I watched the ISIS video.
You've really got no self-control, do you?
Nah.
Like any fucking sane person to be like, I don't want to watch this person get set on fire. I don't want to watch all these fucking corrupt politicians talking shit.
Yeah, but these are worse because it's like people setting the fucking world on fire and pretending that that's the opposite of what they're doing.
I think what's better these days, though, is at least the fucking mask is off.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just saying what the fuck they think. And even, in New Zealand, even the parties can't even really be bothered pretending that they care about anything apart from themselves and money. And there's something kind of comforting about that.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you guys see the last leaders debate?
In New Zealand?
Yeah, Judith and Jacinda. Okay, so dismaying things that happened in that debate. The first one was Ardern admitting that she had smoked weed and then saying she wouldn't take a stance on the vote. And someone immediately, just straight away on Twitter, I saw someone post Materia, admitted breaking a law and it was political suicide. Jacinda admits breaking the law and then won't even take a moral stance on something. And because it's it's that privilege of drug use, right? Who gets away with it and who doesn't. and then the privilege of just not having to take a fucking stand on it as well. Like,
but that's the farce of our political system, though. You know, like it's like you shouldn't be able to not take a stand because everyone's got a fucking.
Yeah.
Everyone is taking a fucking stand anyway, so you should just be like, all right, well, what's your opinion?
Yeah, for real.
We're not moving on till you tell us what you think.
Yeah, so that was pretty dismaying. And then the next thing I found,
I've seen her real pissed before.
The next thing that was super dismaying was asked about Trump, and this was like I think the day after, where he had like in his debate just shouted out the Proud Boys, and Ardern, given the opportunity, refused to condemn Trump, and then Collins praised him and said that he was better than all the past leaders America's had. It's just fucking wild. I was like, what am I fucking watching? What fucking country am I from?
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing, eh?
Yeah.
Jacinda's kind of even more cowardly than I would have thought.
Yeah. I saw someone make a like incredibly succinct dismaying point the other day where they said that national voters who are real worried about progressive tax policy, their best option is to vote Labour to prevent progressive tax happening, so Labour gets a majority without the Greens. I was like, holy fuck, that's true.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I love all the people that are like Labour fucking... Like, I mean, I think they're all obsessed with Jacinda more than the Labour Party, but they're just like, but this time she's going to do all these changes, and it's like, yeah, really?
Yeah.
It seemed like, I don't know.
Do you think the party swallowed her, or do you think this is just the way it is? I guess if you're a careerist, right, this is the inevitable conclusion, huh?
I do feel like maybe she hoodwinked a bunch of us.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because I did really think that she was a lot more progressive than she is.
Yeah. It does feel that way.
And I guess it's sort of good politics, right? To sort of get a bunch of sort of artists and people with profiles and stuff on side when you're coming up through the party.
Yeah. So fucking
But, I mean, maybe she's just like just someone that's a centralist who likes shitty music and getting pissed.
Yeah. Have you guys voted yet?
Nah. I'm gonna do it. Oh, fuck! I'll do it on Saturday, the normal day.
Yeah. So I had like I'm in the Wanganui electorate.
Yeah.
That's my last address. So I don't really know the candidates there, but
When were you living in Wanganui?
Do you know that house I had in the country? Even though that's in Taranaki, for electoral purposes, it's in Wanganui.
Do you miss that house?
That was a nice house.
I love that you can just live anywhere.
Yeah,
For the listeners, Todd can just live in a garage, just live in someone's lounge, live in a house in the middle of absolute nowhere.
But fucking
was this recently before you left? That's where you lived?
It doesn't bother him at all.
No, but look at me now.
You got a walk-in wardrobe.
Yeah. I'll get to that in a second.
Good walk-in wardrobe.
Or how financially well I am today. Well, actually, no, fuck, I'll just go into this now. I'll go get back to the voting. Please remind me. I woke up this morning. I've been broke the last few days because people don't pay invoices on time. And I woke up at 5 a.m. and invoices gone in. It was quite like a hefty one. So I couldn't go back to sleep because I was thinking, because I'm still a poor person essentially in my mind. I was just like, oh, fuck, what can I do with this money?
You're going to spend it all on silly clothes, aren't you?
Well,
I bought some Gucci sunglasses and
fucking shay
and an Aerodyne bike. So I'm gonna Aerodyne bike. You know, the air resistance fucking, like it's that real high intensity cardio workout.
Like a stationary one.
Yeah, like you always see athletes on them.
True. How much one of them
like
cost?
A spin bike. Is that what it is?
Nah, it's different. If you see me on one, it's not an athlete on an Aerodyne bike. It's just me. Don't get confused. And then I spent.
Why didn't you get a unicycle instead? That would work out.
Work on it. I spent a good portion of my morning supporting you, Dom. Bought a place on your writing course. Bought your new book.
Yeah, boy.
Even his friends buy his stuff to the listeners. It's worth it.
Yeah, the listeners, go along to the Deadbird site, deadbirdbooks.com. You can pre-order our zine. You can pre-order Mo's book as well, one of our guests that we had.
Just pray for a week that they send you out the right one, though.
Yeah, well, you'll get a book, even if it's not the right one. I'm actually in charge of sending these ones, so fuck, the chances are.
Oh, shit. Can you write in mine? Little note?
Yeah. Yeah, I can sign them for you too, listeners. So you get in there. Get yourself a zine.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a bit of money at the moment too. It's weird.
Oh, yeah. Let's,
should we pull our resources together and buy unicycles? We could be the unicycle gang.
Yeah, maybe we'll pack this podcast in and just get unicycles.
Now that we're rich boys.
Get Dan new hands.
Are you feeling...
You don't need hands for a unicycle, Dan.
It's true.
Perfect.
Fuck, I can't believe you got no hands. You're quite chipper considering.
Oh, yeah, so back to the voting. I looked at the past elections and it's close between National Labour and National always wins it. But I don't want to give the Labour candidate my vote, so I just two-tick green. I was like, fuck it. I don't even fucking care anymore.
You're going to feel pretty stupid if National win by one vote.
Well, Labour's still going to govern.
Well, not if National win.
That seat.
No, the whole election by one vote.
The whole shit. Well, that ain't happening. Collins is going to get rolled. Like,
do you reckon?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. She's fucking done.
Well, but they can't roll her before the election.
Nah, it'll be like the week after or something.
Who are they going to get though? There's no one left.
I hope they get Simeon Brown, that fucking wet nerd.
Which one's that?
You know that guy? He looks like he's got like the face of a 12-year-old, and he's always whining on Twitter about socialists and shit.
Nah.
He's such a punk. Like, he's just one of those guys you see. You know how you don't want to hit like frail, weak-looking people, but every now and then there's an exception, and you're just like, I don't even care. Like, I'd hit that wet nerd in a second.
Fuck, man, you need to come back to New Zealand and do a striking tour.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what we can do with that money.
Yeah.
Unicycle striking tour.
Fucking unicycle around New Zealand striking people.
Fuck.
Imagine someone trying to outrun you in a unicycle. That'd be fucked.
Yeah, I'll get in good shape on the Airdyne bike, come over with my Gucci sunglasses, and then they'll kick the tour
unicycle
off.
Boys hit the road.
Yeah.
Hey?
Do you think...
We'll pretend it's a charity to get Dan new hands, but really we'll spend all the money on drugs.
Oh, shit. Because I had a fucking rough week, so after getting up so early this morning, feeling rich for a while, I was like, feeling rich is boring already.
It's not all it's cracked up to be, eh?
Nah, so then I was like bored and shit.
Especially when you can't travel.
Yeah. I decided to take the day off, and then...
You've just had like 3 months off.
What do you mean? I work all the time. And I had some CBD oil, and I might have underestimated it and jumped in bed, had a nap, and I just woke up feeling like just an absolute piece of trash. Fucking...
Do you reckon between the three of us we work less than one average person?
One normal person.
One whole man.
one productive... our powers combined, we're like one productive member of society.
I reckon.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Fuck that. Maybe that's why we need to get more people on to do the podcast with us.
Did you...
Are you still pretending you got a job, Dan?
No,
you stop that now. Oh,
I've actually got
that's
nothing
relief
on at the moment.
Unlike before, you're rushed off your feet.
You guys talking about having money. I've got no money.
Write a book, put it out on Dom's label, or buy it.
Yeah.
Or do a writing course.
I thought for the hands, what we could do is we'll get dishwashing gloves and fill them with paper mache. And then we can have different colours for different days, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Different.
And then we'll just tape them onto your hands, onto your stumps.
He'll just be like this on the producing the podcast. Yeah. Not put in it. Sorry, I couldn't put that edit in for you because of these dishwashing hand gloves.
And then I'll get you a hook that you can pick up the meat and put into the grinder with safely.
Have I told this story on the podcast about when I had an altercation with a man with a hook?
Is that when you
Hook
beat
for
up
a
the one-armed
hand.
man?
Huh?
Is that when you beat up the one-armed man?
No, different time. This guy actually like had a hook for a hand.
No.
Had a bit of an altercation. It was scary.
Did he get you with the hook?
Nah, we just kind of like we had a bit of a stare down, like two cats in an alleyway.
Yeah.
Except it
Two
was on
fat tomcats.
Yeah, except it was on Devon Street. Yeah.
What prompted it?
I shoulder barged his son because his son
Why did you do that for?
because his son had snitched on me.
True.
Yeah.
Fuck. One time my friends got attacked by two, what's the term? Little people?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what the correct term is, but and one of them pulled out a switchblade and chased them down the street with it.
The small person.
Yeah, apparently there's a bunch of them on Simon Street.
I feel like you're making this up.
I'm not making this up. You ask Monty.
What's Fuck, I wish, like, it sucks, like, nothing really bizarre happens in my life now. It's just all normal shit.
It's because you live in the burbs and you can't leave the house.
Yeah, but life used to be utterly bizarre.
I reckon if you move back to that weird house in the middle of nowhere in Taranaki, there's some weird shit that start happening pretty quick.
Yeah, I think, that was a pretty bizarre place.
I had a weird feeling about it.
It was rural New Zealand.
So. I reckon there's some swinging going on there. Maybe that's where you can go if you're swinging down in Taranaki.
My what? My swinging?
Yeah, are you into swinging yet, or?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Who else are we talking to?
Haven't really thought about it.
Really?
No, not really.
I'm adamant you'll be into it by like the age. Oh, I was gonna say 40, but you almost are 40, eh?
He's over 40. How old are you? You're 40 next month.
Yeah.
You have to have some sort of what do you have? Party. Shindig.
Get Dom to come around and write your poem.
I could write a rap.
With my chores.
What chores do you have to do?
Heaps handless.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be difficult, eh? Well, that's what the hook's for.
Hey, Donald Trump caught COVID.
I vacuumed my room today. Speaking of chores.
Donald Trump caught COVID.
Yeah, it's old news, mate.
Yeah, I know, but like we were away. Oh, we haven't even addressed that we just were like missed a week.
What happened? Where was I?
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
I don't know, I was just depressed.
Oh, we had a guest
pulled out. The guest pulled out.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't find a day to do the thing.
Yeah.
But that's why we don't have a guest this week either.
But everything's going to change in season 4.
Yeah, there's going to be 5 people letting you down rather than 3.
Yeah.
Listeners.
One of the new hosts, just before I approached them last week about being a host, said they had just been complaining to their mother about like why all my favorite podcast is useless. And then
she's about to find out.
Yeah, she was like, oh, I can join you in letting people down now. I was like, yep, that's us.
Yep. There's a lot of work, you got to like plug your computer in, check the mic, press record.
Then there's the group chat.
Fucking Dan's always 5 minutes late.
Yeah, got to wait for Dan. 10 minutes tonight, actually.
Oh, my God.
You said you were having dinner, Dom.
Yeah, I wolfed it down. It was fucking disgusting, too, so I didn't want to linger on it.
Should we attempt to review the season? Like, just any fond memories, anything that stood out for you guys? Or, on a personal note, how's the last... when did we start back up? March?
I don't know.
Yep.
How's the last 6 or 7 months been? We got through, 26 episodes? It's a bit.
Yeah, it's been all right. I don't know what's happened. I wrote a book. Wrote a zine.
It's been in and out.
Didn't get sick.
Didn't get COVID. Thought I had it a couple of times.
Yeah. You were...
Every time though, my sister talked me out of getting tested. She said, you don't fucking have it. I was like, I might do. She said, no, you fucking don't. It's all right.
Like
Go back to your room.
Knowing you, perhaps that's a wise stance to take, but also seems kind of irresponsible.
Well, when I saw those lines for the test, whoo-wee.
They long.
Someone waited for 7 hours to get tested. I don't know.
Fuck.
That's commitment.
Melbourne, we're supposed to have eased restrictions this week, but it's not happening.
Why?
Because like cases have been down in the teens and even below 10 some days for the last few weeks, but they're not going below that.
They really fucked it, eh? You guys could have just been a bit sensible.
Fucking idiots everywhere.
Everyone was pointing to Melbourne saying, why don't we just do what they're doing?
Yeah, fucking.
Dan's going to a fucking swingers party on Saturday. That's how relaxed the things are here. Number one.
But you have to do all sexual acts for a glory hole way. Social distancing.
I think we had some good episodes.
Yeah.
This probably isn't one of them, but there were some good ones in the mix.
Amazing guests.
New friends were made.
Yeah.
Remember when Ricardo wouldn't let me play D&D with his group?
I do recall that. I saw some commies talking about D&D on Twitter the other day, and I was just like, fuck it, it's apparent the D&D community doesn't want Dom to be part of it, so I won't even try.
Bullshit, man.
I wonder why.
Is this the third time I've been fucking rejected?
Yeah, what do you think it is?
I don't know. I can't tell if it's because I'm an old man or because they think I'm too stupid to be able to do it.
Surely you're not old in D&D terms.
But both of the groups that I can remember, I feel like there's a third one, but the two that I can remember were all young people.
Yeah, perhaps that's it.
I mean, I wouldn't, want a 43-year-old come into my D&D party when I was... Actually, I didn't play... I actually was 14 when I played D&D. Because I'm not a fucking nerd.
One of our good friends' brothers, he had this flat down in New Plymouth, near a flat I was living in. And he lived there with this other grown man, and they got real into that Yu-Gi-Oh card game.
What's that?
I don't know, some kid's card game. It's like a cartoon, but then you can like battle with cards and shit, and you take people's cards if you beat them. And they had like school kids coming around to their flat where they like just got where they got stoned and shit, and like probably like liquor bottles everywhere and shit, and they'd hustle these school kids for their Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I was going to say I quite like it when adults get obsessed with weird shit, but then that's maybe a step too far.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think under any circumstances you should be having strange school kids in your house.
No, it doesn't bode well.
Yeah. Did you ever like, when you were a teenager and there'd be some weird older person who had a flat and they'd like let heaps of teenagers hang out in their flat and get wasted and shit?
No, like I knew there were those people, but I was always like, this is too sus.
Yeah. I came across a few of those. There's this one man, and like I can't remember what I thought at the time, but he'd like go rent out pornos and then watch them in the lounge with all these kids, and he was way older than us. So it's not hard to imagine what was going on there, but I didn't see any weird shit happen. But fucking hell. Where was fucking someone from QAnon, if they existed, they might have fucking pulled me out of there. Like, save the children. Oh no, not this one. Chuck me back in with Gavin, the porno renter.
When I was at primary school, there was a guy that was rumoured to be that way inclined, and the kids all went around and smashed all his windows. But now as I tell this story, I wonder if maybe he wasn't actually, and he's just a bit weird, and maybe we shouldn't have smashed his windows.
Because I don't know, like kids can kind of get weird ideas in their head and run with them, right?
Yeah. Now, there's quite a lot of vigilante justice at my primary school.
Yeah. But,
you would have loved it, Todd.
Child vigilante groups are like definitely the best vigilante groups.
Oh, hard out. Like, I think that if you're serious about social change, you need a child army.
Like Coney.
Wasn't he trying to stop the child army?
Yeah, well, it wasn't what it was proposed to be.
But which one was who was the leader of the child army and who was the weird Christian guy that got called wanking?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the guy who got caught wanking.
Most of our listeners probably got no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
Coney 2012. Coney 2012. And so it was like this big campaign against this guy in Africa who apparently had a child army. And like if you could sign up online and they sent you out like a supporter pack.
Like a child. Like a child soldier.
Nah, I think
fuck, that's what you need now, Dan. You got no fucking arms.
I think
little violent child with a fucking AK-47.
You got a t-shirt and shit, and some stickers, I guess, to post around your neighborhood for awareness. But then it turned, the guy who'd started it all, he got caught wanking somewhere where he wasn't supposed to be.
And I think he's on PCP.
Yeah, that's right. Holy fuck. See, and you know what's fucked up is that seems like a pretty normal time now, given what we're dealing with today. Reminds me, Dom, I bought you some presents today, speaking of gift packs and t-shirts.
Yeah, boy. Is it a Comey 2020 shirt?
It's actually...
Let's do a live unboxing.
It's actually... Oh, we can. It's actually kind of similar, but heaps better.
Is it an advanced party t-shirt?
Yeah. It says I got fleeced for my campaign donation and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
Man.
Did I say campaign donation or did I say...
You said campaign donation.
What the fuck? Yo, I gotta get off the CBD oil, man.
I didn't even notice, so there you go.
You gotta get off the CBD oil as well.
I posted a poem the other day and then someone messaged me and said, excuse me, I'm not trying to be offensive, but English is my third language, and I was wondering if the spelling mistakes are a joke I'm not getting.
Oh shit. That's much more respectable than the person I saw on your post correcting the English.
Yeah.
Is that someone you knew?
No, just some prick.
Oh, just a stranger. Fuck.
Just a fucking piece of shit.
Man, I hate people that correct spelling.
Especially on the internet.
Yeah, so who cares?
People that correct spelled P-E-O.
What's going on?
L-E-T-H-A-T-C.
My friend just started talking.
What's it spelling?
C-T.
Something real long.
True.
People that correct spelling. Oh, it just said people that correct spelling, but spelt it out. The fuck?
There's got a sale. Pistachios are on sale at the Countdown in Greyland at the moment.
Okay, everyone get in there.
Fucking $8 for a big bag of them.
Stock up because New Zealand's going into a military-controlled lockdown.
We're going into recession, eh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so is Australia.
I don't really know what that means, though.
Yeah.
I suppose now that we're rich, though, it might affect us in a way it hasn't before.
Not if we not if you put all your money under your mattress.
You hear that, Dan?
Taking notes.
Do you own your house freehold, Dan, or are you paying off the mortgage?
Freehold.
True. It's good to know we've got somewhere to go if things really hit the fan.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's not
You're cutting out?
me.
No, Dom when he said that he could come and stay.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna. I reckon you could get a lot of people in that house. How many bedrooms? 2 bedrooms there. But we get some bunks in the masturbatorium, you know.
It's too densely populated, the area though. Can we like crane the house out of there, put it up north somewhere?
Yeah.
What do you think that will get the body corporate? Yeah, the body corporate thing that they want you to pay.
Well, maybe you can put them on their striking list, Todd.
Yeah, we'll fucking add Onehunga to the striking tour.
Why is the body corporate always picking on you, Dan?
I don't know. Easy target.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you lower the tone of the building?
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm doing good.
What? Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Hell.
Oh, do you guys know how you're voting on the euthanasia bill?
Well, I thought I did, and then my friend was like, nah, what about all this? And I was like, true.
I had the same experience, but I did end up voting yes. So a lot of the concerns that people kind of alerted me to, I felt like they were failings of the health system that will neither be addressed or not be addressed by the euthanasia bill. Largely, perhaps not on the whole, but
I guess as someone with a disease where you could imagine getting to a point where you might want to die in the future, it's kind of different. Like, because the person I was talking to is like young and healthy, so it's quite abstract.
yeah.
Whereas, you know, like when my disease was really bad, it's not like I wanted to die, but I definitely remember thinking if I was old and felt like this and all my friends were dead and I'd done all the things I wanted to do, I don't think I'd be too keen to sort of stick around and just be in fucking agony all the time, let alone if you had something way more serious than that.
Yeah, sure. But then wouldn't the argument be that, well, if you don't want to live, then you should be able to die?
That's what I'm saying. That's my argument for why I might say yes.
Okay, I thought you were making the case for for a no vote.
No.
Just by saying that you want to die and shit. I was like, all right.
Well, no, but I sort of feel like it's sort of like the cannabis one. Like, I imagine I've got people in my life I could probably convince to kill me if I really wanted to, whereas most people don't. It's the same with the weed thing. It's like I can get medicinal marijuana, but lots of people can't.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Dan. You're going to have to do it. Just hold the pillow. Yeah, just hold the pillow over my face with your stumps.
Would you mercy kill Dom?
Of course he would. Look at him.
Yeah.
There'd be no mercy in it.
It's reminds me of that Sun Kill Moon song about Jim Wise, who mercy killed his wife.
Oh, it'd be just like that, Dan. It'd be very romantic. We'll put on a nice song, light some candles, smoke a bit of meth together.
Oh yeah.
What song would you have?
Fucking Bad Motherfuckers by R.E.S.
Speaking of rap music, Dharma Rat Adam, who we had as a guest, put out his album last week.
Yeah, what I've heard is really cool.
It's fucking sick. I was listening to it, and the first couple tracks, I was like, man, this was like, it's kind of like, I could have imagined Jared really appreciating it.
Which Jared?
Cyphernetic?
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounded like some things he was trying to, like, directions he was trying to get to back in the day.
Listeners should write in with some music recommendations too. I need some music recommendations.
Just listen to Seba, that syringe guy. And
who's that?
That weird guy I showed you from the States.
Was he the one who was sort of shouting all the time?
Yeah, but then sometimes he's singing, and those are real brilliant as well.
Sometimes he's not shouting, you reckon?
Yeah. Sometimes he shouts, sometimes he speaks softly. Kind of like Dan. The guests don't get to hear the way Dan speaks to us.
Oh, man, when he's off here. You motherfuckers! What are you doing? You can't even pronounce fucking campaign donations, you fucking loser.
It's probably the real reason, like, why we missed last week as well. We're just kind of fucking...
Trauma.
We can't be berated like that anymore.
I'm reading a book about how to teach traumatized people meditation.
Oh, yeah. What's the trick?
If someone's traumatized, don't force them to do meditation. Seems to be the gist in the first half of the book.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. It might change by the second half.
Yeah, my experience with traumatized young people has also been like, don't push them too hard. But give them a little nudge. See what happens, but don't overdo it.
Don't punch the wall and scream at them. That doesn't work as well as people used to think in the 80s.
No. Fuck, that was huge, in the 80s. Just fucking yell at naughty teenagers.
Punching the wall. You fucking useless bastard. See, Dan, you should have been a teacher in the 80s. That's what you need, a time machine, go back, get your hands back, and then fucking become a fucking teacher.
Did you guys used to watch daytime TV when you were a teen? Or like younger? Like all those talk shows? I used to find myself watching them quite frequently, and they'd always have the episodes where they bring on a gang of naughty teenagers, and then they bring in those like boot camp people, and they start just screaming at them on the stage. So fucking wild. But then like every now and then, because heaps of kids are little fucking, I don't know, little cowards, and they'd start crying and shit. But every now and then you get some hard as fuck kid that just wouldn't give a fuck about these guys yelling in their face. It was so good, because what if they yell at you and then you're just like, nah, then what are they gonna do? Be violent? No.
Yeah, that shit would not work at all now, eh?
Nah, hell no. Fucking stupid.
You don't think it'd work now, Dan?
No.
Why not?
Youth.
When I come back,
we should start a boot camp.
Yeah, or we'll do the How Not to Be an Asshole live show, but we'll get some rambunctious teenagers on.
Yeah, I know a few.
And then get some people from the military to come through, and be like, all right, we're sending you off to boot camp. And
Not to be an asshole weekend retreat.
Yeah.
Oh.
These guys gonna yell in your face for a bit before they drag you off. Mum's gonna be in the front row crying.
Did you ever get sent to something like that, Todd?
Mm-hmm. I went to corrective training, and
I bet you went to CT.
Yeah, I went to CT. And what would happen at CT? They'd wake you up at like, I think it was about 5 every morning. It's in the middle of the North Island, so it's super cold. And they make you do PT around the compound. And if you fuck something up in PT, it's a patch of grass in between all the huts. And then they make you take your shoes and socks off and stand on the frozen grass.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How long is CT?
How long?
Yeah.
2.5 months. And then every Saturday you do like there's a few different runs you do, but I think the biggest one's like 18k, and they drive behind you in the truck, and if like someone lags behind, then everyone has to do press ups. It's pretty rugged. And then all week you like prune trees, they do like hard manual work. Fuck, I came out of there, man, I was such a unit. Like I got dropped off at the bus station, I had a heavy backpack, and I ran all the way home. It was like,
it sorted you out, eh? There's no more crime after that.
No, I was back in jail 2 weeks later. Yeah.
Fuck, maybe that's what you need to do. You need a bit of that, Dan.
Bit of CT.
Yeah.
There was a screw there called, what's his name? Sanders or something? Something like that. Anyhow, but he kind of modeled his work style off the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. Like he's just constantly screaming in military style at everyone. And
sweet.
yeah, it was sick. He used to take home all these, when we got bread and butter pudding for dessert, he'd take like all the leftovers home in sandwich bags, and he'd come collect them off your dining table, and I'd spit in the bags. So him and his family were eating my fucking hoik.
Nice.
Yeah, but another good, whatever his name story was one day we're on the big Saturday run, and we stopped, and he had like little cycle shorts on, and they had a hole near the crotch, and like his dick was sticking out a little bit, and this guy, I can't remember his name either, but he was real funny. He was like the funny guy on camp, and he was like, "Mister, your hoo-hoo grub's sticking out," and just everyone like lost their shit, and he was supremely embarrassed, and it was really great.
That.
All worth it, really.
Bit of fucking justice.
Yeah.
All right, should we wrap this shit up then?
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, so just to finish off the season, thanks so much to our listeners,
Yeah,
our
thank
patrons.
you. Should we just name all 13 of them?
Appreciate it so much. We're real excited about the next season, and we may even be able to turn around and be back next week and do an election special, perhaps with the new hosts.
Depends if the new hosts are as useless as we are. We're hoping that they got a few weeks of not being useless.
A few weeks.
Well,
Daniel Moreberries. It's not the attitude at all.
Well, you know how the three of us make up one productive member of society. Now we got 2 people. We might make up 2.
Or like 1.5.
Members. Yeah. So, Yeah, look forward to 50% more content, excitement, shenanigans,
dancing,
buffoonery.
crying, depression, screaming in the bath with your head under the water so that no one can hear you.
That's beautiful, Dom.
Thank you.
I think that's all. That's all, right?
Season 3 is fucking officially over. Fuck
it's
it.
A wrap.
Fuck
Thank
it, Dan.
fuck.
Dan, play the fucking giraffe noise that we're talking about. There we go.